radical agenda movement in the NBA, RAMINBA.
Good afternoon, dear friends and colleagues. I want to thank God for making us alive again. And I wish every one of us a good Friday. And of course, the good Lord will help us to see Easter and beyond and survive and even excel during this coronavirus pandemic period. Having said all this, I want to thank you for keeping time with me again on this broadcast on Facebook Live. This time around, we want to speak on the rotational leadership as contained in the NBA Constitution and regional groups. As you may be aware, there's a kind of a small, bushfire, not outright wildfire, in the southwest circles of the NBA, talking about Egbe Amofin and the brouhaha inside of all that organization. Well, I think about a week now, about 4 days or 5 days ago, the second vice president of the association, Dr. Foluke Dada, a Southwesterner Yoruba, in reaction to the letter of the Egbe Amofin Yoruba, group of lawyers in Southwest under that auspices, they've adopted one of their members, Adesina Esquire, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and have communicated their choice to the Eastern Bar Forum. Incidentally, Adesina, myself, Olumide Apata, and Dr. Batunde Ajibade were all together about 3 weeks ago at Owerri at the meeting of the Eastern Bar Forum for the purposes of consultation, to use the polite political language in the NBA. Now, for looking at that in reaction, wrote and was saying that Adesina is not the collective adopted candidate of the Egbe Amofin, and that's a section of the Egbe Amofin that just selected the gentleman and now parading him about as the candidate of the Yorubas. Of course, Dr. Dada's position generated counter reply, people calling her an ingrate and all that, and other people defending her. Well, our position at the radical gender movement in the NBA is that there are greater issues underneath the controversy that's generated by Dada's letter or response to Adesina's adoption by the Egbe Amofin. And on our own part, we believe both sides were wrong. First of all, let's start with Dr. Dada. Well, without and having no capacity to hold a brief for the Egbe Amofin, the truth of the matter is that in the Southwest, notifications of the meetings of the Egbe Amofin and the processes leading to the adoption of daily Adesina, however suspect, however dubious it may be deemed to be, was always public. This is the truth. And we are talking about a process of about, I would say about 6 months now, if not more, about 7 or 8 months now. At the end of August, there are meetings, notices, always public. So and up to the point, I think 2 or 3 meetings were held up to the point of some people submitting themselves to the platform of Egbe Amofin. People like my brother Amuyiwa Akimboro, former General Secretary in Abuja, and then our friend and brother from Oshogbo. And I think Dr. Ajibade, at a point in time also, of course, the Adesina has always submitted to Egbe Amofin. On our part, we refuse to submit, but we have notification of the meetings. The Egbe Amofin, to the best of our knowledge, it's not a secret cult. It was not hidden. So I don't agree with Dr. Dada that it's just a section of Egbe Amofin. See, people stayed away, they can't complain. I don't think Dr. Dada can rightly. I may be mistaken, but I think the onus will be upon her that she was not invited, or that even worse, she was excluded. I don't think anybody was excluded. It's a Yoruba extraction and who wanted to participate and all that. If Dr. Dada's complaint is that, we were outplayed, or the interest that I represent, or something that she represents or she's interested in, was outplayed or outmaneuvered, it's a different thing. But that interest was not excluded. And I know that at least at a point, Dr. Ajibade said he couldn't trust that process, and withdrew his candidacy. Some other people believe in the process. People like Are Muyiwa Akinboro participated to the very end, and people like us said no, we will not participate because our politics, our perspectives differ from the Egbe Amofin. So to that extent, and I think we should be fair to all and sundry, foes and friends. We said everything is allowed in politics, but that is rough politics. Because even among thieves, they said there is honor. I don't think it is right, except Dr. Dada will come up with proof that, I wanted to attend, I was prevented, my interest wanted to attend, I was interested, we were prevented. Having said that for Dada, I think the Egbe Amofin itself and their candidate, Adesina Esquire SAN, Pastor Deacon, they are wrong in their perspective or the supremacy or the primary position of the association. Everybody has freedom of association. And I'm saying all this with due respect to all of them, the eminent lawyers. But then above everybody is the issue of law. What does the Constitution of the NBA say? The NBA Constitution has only provided for rotational leadership of certain cadre of offices in the NBA when the election comes. And the NBA Constitution recognizes only 3 zones for the purpose of rotational leadership: the East, the West, and the North. That's all. The NBA Constitution does not identify or recognize or nominate any particular group of regional body to be the factory to produce the candidate. Let's get that clear again. The NBA Constitution says leadership will be rotated. This time to be West, another time to be North, another time is to be to this, ostensibly to achieve the purposes of balancing because of the tribal politics in Nigeria. I'll still come back to that. That's all what it says. Then the Constitution does not go on to say, from that region that is producing the particular office, that region must only produce only one person, only one candidate for consideration for the election. Nowhere is that in the Constitution. And the Constitution does not say it will be any particular group of people, by whichever name called or assemblage, that will be the ones that will be the screening factory to produce and present a candidate for others. It does not, and it cannot. So, any group arrogating such powers to themselves, with due respect, that group is either misled by itself, or as arrogated powers that it does not have. If people submit to the authority, very well. If they don't, there's nothing anybody can do about it. This is the truth. And so for Egbe Amofin, can write to Eastern Bar Forum, any forum, Arewa forum, anybody can write to say, this is our candidate. That is right. But Egbe Amofin cannot speak for the Southwest for two reasons. One, the Southwest is even two places. They have the Midwestern Bar Forum of Edo and Delta, lawyers of Edo, Delta State ethnic extraction. That is a subgroup. That is a subgroup in the region known as Southwest. This is the MBA arrangement. And so the Midwest itself, forum, will be wrong to say we are the only one. Maybe there's a Midwest Bar Forum and say, oh, we are the only one who can present a candidate. No. And those candidates don't have to be one. So this is just the truth. So to the extent of the Egbe Amofin purporting Daily Adesina Esquire SAN as the candidate of either the Yorubas or the candidate of the Southwest is wrong. It's misleading and self-serving and mischievous. That is for the Egbe Amofin. There's no time the Yorubas lawyers start down somewhere and say, oh, this is the factory, this is the only body. We used to have the Progressive Bar Forum. We now even have the Radical Agenda movement in the NBA RAMINBA, of which I'm the candidate of RAMINBA. And I'm Yoruba. I'm from Southwest. If any lawyer subscribes to us and is interested in contesting platform on our contesting election on our platform on offices zoned to the West, we will entertain such. How will it now be that Egbe Amofin now say, oh, we are speaking for Yorubas, and we are speaking for the entire Southwest as known under the Constitution? Is very wrong. In fact, this idea of adoption, with due respect to everyone, negates the idea of the core principle of democracy, which is about choices.